Hello again. We're bringing the North London derby to you from the Emirates Stadium, the home of Arsenal. Martin Tyler here along with Alan Smith. Arsenal not quite perhaps the team that they have been 10 years or so ago. Tottenham, on the other hand, making great strides, so it should be pretty close.
Yeah, I think so. Tottenham on the verge of a new era, aren't they, with the prospect of moving into their new ground in the way that Arsenal have done. So very close affair today, I think.
It's not the easiest name to shout in a crowded penalty area, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, but we'll do our best because he's bound to do something in a penalty area.
Well, I'm sure his teammates have got a nickname for him, and I'm sure they've shouted it often enough in celebration because he knows where the back of the net is.
Only the second English player ever to win the Golden Boot at a World Cup, but Harry Kane following Gary Lineker, your old teammate, back in 1986.
I wouldn't say he enjoyed the best tournament he could possibly have done, but the fact is he's got that Golden Boot on his mantelpiece now.
This is the Arsenal lineup. Bernd Leno starts in goal. Socrates Papastotopoulos starts with Laurent Koscielny in central defence. Henrik Mkhitaryan plays with Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang out wide. Alexandre Lacazette is the lone striker today. This is today's Tottenham Hotspur team. Hugo Lloris starts in goal. Jan Vertonghen plays with Toby Alderweireld as the centre-backs. Christian Eriksen plays with Dele Alli in the centre of the park. Son Heung-min starts up top with Harry Kane. The two North London clubs squaring up to each other at the kick-off. Son. Dele Alli. Eriksen. Moussa Sissoko. Rose. Sissoko. Rose. Dele Alli. Trying to pick out someone in the centre. What a disaster, an own goal!
I don't think there's much he could have done about that, so you have to feel for him. Well, it can happen to anybody that. He's being consoled by his teammates, but he looks devastated.
And here is another angle on that goal. It's a frustrating way to go behind in a match when you've contributed to the opposition scoring with the own goal. Mesut Ozil. Aubameyang. Eriksen. Eriksen. Kane. Tottenham given the throw. Blocked off the pass there. No nonsense defending from him. Lacazette. Toby Alderweireld. Jan Vertonghen. Here's Winks. Kieran Trippier. Working hard just to see Son! He's put it over.
Yeah, nothing wrong with the contact, the power, but accuracy just off.
Laurent Koscielny. Xhaka. Lacazette. Good interception there. Christian Eriksen. Kane. Eriksen. Just making sure that each pass is successful. When they'll see the chance for a forward pass, they'll flick a switch. It's a good press from the team that have won the ball here. Musa Sissoko. There's some potential in this move. Room for the cross. Now it's Fulham where Sissoko can really get at the opposition. Now we have a corner to come via that deflection. Your take here, Alan, on the effort from Son.
Well, I'm guessing that he's not going to try that again in a hurry, particularly after his manager gets into him after this match.
Short corner. He's aiming for the front post. Good distance to the clearance then. Aubameyang. Tottenham Hotspur have won the ball back well. Eriksen. Now Sissoko. Son. Has to clear it. It's one back. Danny Rose. Sissoko. Good interception. He screened the ball well there. Danny Rose. They can spread the play now. And it will be their throw. Laurent Koscielny. Xhaka. Good vision. Potential for Arsenal in this wide area. Cleared away, well away from goal. Christian Eriksen. The history of this North London derby, you can understand why the rivalry is so bitter from the Tottenham point of view, because this was their territory and Arsenal came from South London and in effect invaded it 100 years or so ago now.
Yeah, well, they've got long memories, they don't forget. But it's a game that's thrown up some amazing scorelines, hasn't it, in recent times?
Looking for teammates in the middle. Defended well. Enterprising play from Arsenal in the wider areas. I think the cross is odd. You can see what he was trying to do, but the defender in the way. Sissoko. Son. Eriksen. Christian Eriksen. Here's Sokratis Papastatopoulos. Eriksen. Son. And here are Spurs, stylishly going forward. It's good work between these two. Bit of space to go forward into with the ball. That's out of danger there with that clearance. Papastatopoulos. Mesut Ozil. Well, they're going to start from the back because it's a back pass to the keeper. Great interception. Son. Ali again. Son. On to Danny Rose. He's got there, but got the ball away as well. Rose. Trying to turn over the play here. Christian Eriksen. Winks. Dele Alli. On to Danny Rose. Good defensive clearance there. Winks. Son. And here's the shot. Well, they've got a corner now and possibly a chance to add to their lead. In goes the corner. Cleared away by the defender. Mesut Ozil. And out in the wide position is Ozil. Working hard just to see maybe a sight of goal. Here's Winks. Kieran Trippier. Moussa Sissoko. It's Harry Winks. Toby Alderweireld. They spread it out wide here. Chance to get some width into this attack. Can go in from here. They've soaked up a lot of danger here, but it hasn't hurt them, and now they're on the ball. That's a good clearance because it's got the ball well out of harm's way. Here's Harry Kane. Christian Eriksen. They've set it up well for the cross. Reaching for it a little bit with the header, and that's the expected result.
Back to the training ground, I think.
Koscielny. Papastatopoulos. Xhaka. Aubameyang. Mesut Ozil. Aubameyang. Looking for Lacazette in the centre. It's Harry Winks. Kieran Trippier. Song. It's a very good effort to stop that cross. Winks. Now, can he take them on? Coming in towards Kane. Well, they got it wide very well, the chance to get the cross in, but it's not turned out to be a very good delivery. Jan Vertonghen. And they've spread it out wide here. Still got a bit to do, but this is promising. Tackle here. Mesut Ozil. I think the wide man's got a chance here. There's space out near the touchline. Time for the defender to clear the cross. Here's Winks. Moussa Sissoko. It's Harry Winks. Son. Christian Eriksen. Real chance. Here's Winks. Could be a chance here. They've got the ball into a good area. Well, a corner to come because of that deflection. Here comes the corner. The crowd of players, the keeper goes for a... and whip it in now. And now they've got a corner on the attack again, the team that's leading by 1 goal. And in it goes. Eriksen! Quick-witted and quick in his movement too to intercept there. Son. Kane. Patience is the name of the game at the moment. Rose. Oh, he's way off target.
Look at the manager. He knows that miss might just come back to haunt his team. They could have gone 2 up there.
Now Mkhitaryan. Guided through by Ozil. That ball belongs to the goalkeeper. Sissoko. Son. Here's Winks. Sissoko. Son. Here's Ali. Rose. Now Eriksson. Put into the middle. It's a very good interception. Well, the wide man can show his skills here. Room for the cross. It goes towards Aubameyang. Arsenal, a level.
I think we were all expecting that one.
Well, they were caught out here by this quick counter-attack against the run of play.
Yeah, I mean, they had to stick together there and come under a lot of pressure, but with the pace in the team, that was always likely.
It is level. Both sides have scored here now. Sissoko. So here we are at half-time, and it's 1-1. Well, the player that we're featuring here has done well. He's certainly been an influence on this first half.
What a moment it was, really late on, to grab that equaliser, and I just think it shifts the momentum in his team's favour. If anything, the half-time whistle came too soon. They wouldn't have wanted it.
The two North London clubs squaring up to each other at the kickoff. Dele Alli trying to pick out someone in the centre. What a disaster, an own goal!
I don't think there's much he could have done about that, so you have to feel for him.
Working hard just to see... Son! He's put it over.
Yeah, nothing wrong with the contact, the power, but accuracy just off.
Winks. Son. And here's the shot. Well, they've got a corner now, and possibly a chance to add to their lead. Christian Eriksen. They've set it up well for the cross. Reaching for it a little bit with the header, and that's the expected result.
Back to the training ground, I think.
Patience is the name of the game at the moment. Rose. Oh, he's way off target. Room for the cross. It goes towards Aubameyang. Arsenal, a level.
I think we were all expecting that one.
And here at the Emirates Stadium, the second half starts. Trying to find an opening, not panicking. Dele Alli. Dele Alli. Kane the target. That's a shame, because in the end, that'll go down as a poor cross, really. Here's Socrates Papastatopoulos. We'll go back to the goalkeeper here, can't blame him for that. Mesut Ozil. Henrik Mkhitaryan anticipated the direction of the pass and was able to intervene. Bit predictable with the passing, and the opposition able to deal with that. Mesut Ozil, well read by the defender. Here's Ozil, Lacazette. Son, Sissoko. Bit of space for him, now out on the wing. And it's going to be his throw here. Laurent Koscielny. Lacazette. Attacking now. Substitution for Spurs coming up. Aubameyang. Back. Now the shot! The ball's loose. Goalkeeper made the save, but he couldn't hold it. They've set it up well for the cross. Can they find Aubameyang? That's what they're trying to do. Headed it well, just wide.
Well, not far wide at all. Next time maybe he'll bury that.
To be replaced by number 15, Eric Dyer.
Toby Alderweireld. Jan Vertonghen. It's Harry Winks. It's Eric Dyer. Son. Dele Alli. Kane. With Dele Alli. Kane. Winks. It's Eric Dyer. Kane. It is a team that can really hurt you with the number of passes that they play. And that will end the threat, at least for the moment. Aubameyang. Substitute ready for Tottenham
Substitution for Tottenham Hotspur coming off the pitch.
It's a change here, and I think it might be a tactical one.
To be replaced by number 24, Serge Aurier.
Aubameyang. Looking for teammates in the middle. Well, that's good defending. The shot's on! Great work by the goalkeeper. The ball is his, and he's made sure he's protected it. On the move and able to cut out the pass. In quickly. That's cut out. We've reached the hour mark. Half an hour to go. Aurier. Here's Ali. Christian Eriksen. Rose. It's with Harry Kane. And he bangs it away. And they're trying to dispossess him. Aurier. They've gone wide. Chance to get the ball in the box. And in it goes towards the far post. And that's a goal for Tottenham.
We don't always see it when the players run over to celebrate with the manager, but this boss, he's got a close relationship with his players. You could see it there.
And Spurs have scored here.
Well, it's come in from a long way out, and from that angle, it's not always easy to finish.
Defenders caught out by it in the end. The goal, wherever you look at it, it was very well taken.
Well, it's been tight before that goal, but now the manager, he's so pleased because I reckon he feels his team can go on and win this.
Bad moment for Arsenal. They trail now.
For Tottenham Hotspur, number 15, Eric Dyer.
Here's Sokratis Papastatopoulos. Mesut Özil. Lacazette. Good screening, and he's kept the ball. That's his game, isn't it? Intercepting. Well, suddenly they could be on the counter-attack. Won it back with an interception. Using his physical power to protect the ball. Doing well to keep the ball. I think he saw the look from the other player and saw where the pass was going and read it. And from the Spurs sidelines, a substitute is going to come on. Papastatopoulos.
An Arsenal attack in a wide area. I think the cross is on.
Well, it was considered controlled attacking play, but it's come to nothing in the end.
Just a quick check on the clock, and there are 20 minutes to go.
Here's Winks. Dele Alli. Rose. Here's Dyer.
Aurier. Tottenham given the throw. The change now for Arsenal.
Song. The cross put in by Aurier. Goal! They lead by 2 now. Took the chance nicely, and that really has given them much more of a basis for the rest of this match.
What a great goal that was, Alan.
The defenders seemed to lose the concentration almost. They saw it coming from a long way out.
Another angle on it here.
Just a reminder, 3-1 it is now, the scoreline.
Number 20, Dele Alli.
Here's Socrates Papastatopoulos. Henrik Mkhitaryan.
Davinson Sanchez.
Sanchez. Son. It's Eric Dyer. Here's a chance to attack. An opportunity to shoot.
Aurier. Winks.
Kane the target.
Oh, really close. Great technique there.
Oh, there's no finer sight than when you get that right. Unlucky.
Played down the wing, keeping the wide attack going.
Granit Xhaka.
Oh, his teammates will thank him for that.
Well, he's got support here, trying to get the cross in. The nearest defender blocked it. And that will end the threat, at least for the moment. He's got his tackle in, and the ball's gone out now.
Aurier.
Here's Ali. He screened the ball well there. And in he goes with the tackle. It's Eric Dyer, opening them up with a through pass. Plenty of power, but not too much direction. Certainly wanting to find a teammate, but he's just found an opponent. Dele Alli. Throw for Tottenham. Jan Vertonghen. Toby Alderweireld. Kane. Son.
Christian Eriksen. Davinson Sanchez.
Bit of space for him. Now out on the wing. And the defender is able here to control the ball and clear. Henrik Mkhitaryan. That's very good shielding of the ball. Xhaka. He's got some strength, hasn't he, to shield the ball like that. Son. It's Eric Dyer. They're really working the opposition around with this passing. They can't get near it.
No, they can't. They're having to do a lot of chasing. They're just wearing them out.
Good punch from the goalkeeper from the cross. Cleared away by the defender. Toby Alderweireld. Christian Eriksen. Eriksen. It's with Harry. Son! Still a chance in there off the goalkeeper. And the added time will amount to 3 minutes at least.
3 minutes of added time.
Lacazette. Jan Vertonghen. Son. Threads it through. Dele Alli. Aurier. Dele Alli. On to Christian Eriksen. Guided through. Eriksen. He's got his shot off now. Well, from that position, so close, he should have put the ball in the net.
Well, sometimes you can be too close if that's possible. And I think it was possible there.
The final whistle. It's success here for Spurs.
Well, those bragging rights have gone up in smoke. They had the chance to win this derby, ended up losing it.
I don't know if the occasion got the better of them because they weren't quite themselves today, and that's what'll hurt.
I think he was the best performer in a good team today.
Got himself a goal and put in a really good shift. Excellent performance.
And as for this fella, he set up a goal, not a big goal scorer himself, and the team really lacked a bit of firepower. Dele Alli trying to pick out someone in the centre. What a disaster, an own goal!
I don't think there's much he could have done about that, so you have to feel for him.